up?
What's good?
Oh, sorry, I gotta kill this music because we'll get copyrighted. I would hate to get copyrighted. So
You use that joke every time.
I know. We're out here, top Supercross track. First day back on Supercross. They rode it on Tuesday. My knee swelled up after this weekend, and I had to get it drained on Tuesday. So I didn't ride it. So today's my first day of Supercross. Everybody else has ridden Supercross like 1 day or 2 days, but I didn't because I had to get my knee drained. So I couldn't even hardly bend it to like right there, and then it would stop. It's still a little bit swollen, but all right. We're gonna see how it is today. I'm pretty excited to get back to Supercross. It's I'm gonna be all hesitant today, hitting all the jumps and stuff for the first time, but it should be fun. Should be good. Oh, they changed the whoops. The whoops are rollers now. Because I don't think there's whoops for Super Motocross. So they put rollers in, so that makes sense. So yeah, I think it looks like they actually tamed it down a little bit, maybe, but I don't know, whatever. Either way, we're gonna ride some Supercross, and we're gonna have a great day.
It's weird riding Soupy in the heat.
Yeah, I know, it's gonna suck probably. It's gonna suck. That's why we're here at like 8:30 trying to get riding done. So we'll see how it is.
Everything is what I want it to be. I look exactly like what you had always wanted to see. When I pretend, I can forget about the criminal I am. Stealing second after second just cause I know I can. But I can't pretend this is the way it'll stay. I'm just trying to bend the truth. I can't pretend I'm who you want me to be. So I'm lying my way from you. No turning back now. I wanna be pushed aside, so let me go. No turning back now. Let me take
How's that one?
It's pretty good. The track's pretty mellow, but it's like before the finish is like muddy. This track's always really weird as far as like how the sprinklers water it. It always floods it in some spots, and other spots are bone dry. But good for first session, just cruising. Probably just ride today, do like 2 20-minute sessions or something, just riding, not really stressing about times or anything, just putting time on the bike. But good so far.
Yeah, it's muddy. It's muddy.
It's sticky, like stick ball.
Yeah.
It's like slimy kind of. I don't know, sticky and slimy. It sticks and then underneath is like slimy kind of. It's weird.
Because I was timing you off the triple face. So I don't know about like the last half a lap or whatever you did, but it looked good still. But yeah, when you were just carrying your momentum through some of that stuff a little bit better. Way better. got that low line before the on-off over there, it was like pretty good, but like that hook at the end of the outside rut looked tough.
Yeah, I would have to slow up so much going into that inside though, because you wanted to land. The rut was already formed when you would land, and you would roll. It would want to carry you into that main line.
You had to like cut out of it.
Yeah, because if you tried to land farther on the inside, it was muddy. Like so you would land and get one of those, and it would fuck you up. So
that on-off 3 is such a better line. Like I saw that it looked dry on top. That's why I wrote it on the board. I was like, you were doing it in the mud, so like. If it's dry now,
I
you
just
should
get
be able to.
sketched over that because remember last year?
I know. But last year was a fucking mud.
Yeah, it was literally
muddy
standing in
as
the
hell.
water. Yeah.
Like, we got traction. We're dry. We're good. But like Jason was doing it the other day, and he was the only one, but he was so much faster through it. It just, I don't know. I just feel like you sell yourself short doing like the easier line, I guess. But yeah, I mean, he always does.
Yeah.
He always does, especially without whoops. But yeah, dude, fuck this heat. Supercross in this heat, rough.
It's tough. And it's my first day back after 4 days off, so I'm kind of like rusty feeling anyway. And then
you looked a lot better once you like you were keeping your body more forward. Like when you like in the beginning, you were letting it fall back, and especially in that corner, it was just like
after the finish.
Before the finish.
Oh yeah.
All right, first day Soupy recap. What's good?
This chair's hot as shit. That's what's good. It was actually really good. I started the first session, or not the warm up, but the first. I did warm up in 220s. The first 20 I did was kind of. I also haven't ridden in like 4 days too, and whenever I go like anything more than I guess 4. The first day back's always just a little rusty, and then you just kind of warm up throughout the day, get the brain back going again, snappy feeling and everything. So the first one was just a little bit, still kind of figuring the track out, honestly, still just figuring Supercross out, getting used to the rigid Supercross bike again, versus like a softer outdoor bike. That's honestly about the biggest thing for me anyway to get used to, is how stiff the Supercross bikes are compared to an outdoor bike. So I had to get used to that. My body had to get used to the bigger impacts of Supercross, like especially at this track, the transitions are absolutely terrible. They're like this, or they go like this to flat and then back up. So it's if you can even, some of the rhythms you don't even touch the landings because they're literally so straight that you can't even get like touch the landings because you just go forward. So getting used to my body back, used to my knee that's swollen a little bit. It didn't really like the hard impacts, but I mean it wasn't like a big problem. I just had to be as good as I could. But it was a good day. The second one was really good. Was pretty close to Jason's speed, I think, for most of the moto. 220s. They took whoops out and put rollers in, which I think is what's going to be at the SMX races. But yeah, ended up feeling pretty good back, like riding Supercross again in the second moto. The first moto was a little rough, a little rusty, a little just like tired feeling, a little tight, but the second one loosened up, started getting the lap times down a little bit. Not that we're really worried about it. It's first day back on Supercross, but reality is you don't really have that much time before SMX, so you kind of have to, dive in and kind of start working motos and working speed again relatively soon, because SMX is,
next weekend.
Yeah, from now we're only going to have 3 days until we go race, basically, because they do a practice on Friday. You do free practices on Friday, and then qualifying on Saturday and the race on Saturday. So we're going to ride tomorrow at Paris, outdoor track, and then we're going to ride Monday, Wednesday maybe of next week, and then fly out Thursday. So realistically, we only got 3 more days of riding, so you kind of have to, you don't want to just jump in and immediately be going to times and stuff the first day, but at the same time, it's kind of like we don't really have a whole lot of time. So, but yeah, solid first day. Really no complaints. Knee just didn't like some of those transitions, but it's all good.
We're good?
Cool. Yeah, good.
Job?
Yep. It's good. good. And it's like 11:30. We did starts. I would have been out of here at 11 if not. So like, that's awesome too. That's way nicer than outdoors. Outdoors, you're there till 1 or 2 or whatever, and it's hot. This, you show up at 8:30. If I would have like actually like, and that's 220s, a warm up in 220s is a big day for Supercross too, and still a big day for Supercross, and I would have been done 11:30 when we did some starts. Say less. I love that. I miss that about Supercross. So yeah. Okay, get it out of my face now. Am I saying the see you next Friday thing? Is that, are we done now? Is this the end of the video?
Tony do it.
Is this the end of the video? Well, if this is the end of the video, then our next video will be not race, or will it be race?
It won't be. This will be dropping Charlotte weekend.
Either way.
Or Chicago,
it doesn't
whatever
really
it is.
matter. See you next Friday.
See you next Friday.